I met my wife when we were in high school. So she was a sophomore. I was a senior, and we dated for a number of years. We weren't Christians for another 18 years. Um, but I courted her. I mean, I chased her like you do when you're dating somebody. You're trying to impress them, right? I mean, I wasn't sure how to catch her, how to earn the opportunity to marry her, and so I found myself doing all kinds of crazy things. Now we've been married for many many years, and I still do those things for her, but not because I'm trying to catch her. I've already caught her. I'm just so head over heels about her that I don't know how else to behave. Like it's because I love her that now this stuff just happens, right? I don't know that. I mean, I may have opened her door for her, opened every door. I may have done all the things you would do as a gentleman when I was dating her because I had a purpose. I was trying to win her, but now I do all that stuff because I can't help it. If you love someone that much, it just does change the way you're going to behave. There's something on the backside. Well, something happened similarly for me when I became a Christian. We were together for 18 years. We walked into a church. My wife was the one who wanted to go. So I went. And, at first you're thinking, well, what do I need to do to even understand this? And I actually did a bunch of stuff to study whether or not Jesus was who he said he was. I probably spent 9 months sifting through the history of the first century, sifting through all of the scriptures to see if they were reliable, to make a case in my own mind so I could say, okay, should I even trust what they say about Jesus? So I was working pretty hard. Now, as a Christian, I can't believe that God would care enough about any of us to do what he did for us. I don't need to earn that. I don't need to work hard to discover if that's true anymore. I don't even need to try to earn he's offering that freely. And when you have a sense that that's been given to you, that you already have secured the relationship, when you recognize someone really loves you, you just end up doing something different. You end up behaving a different way. Not because I'm trying to earn something, but because I'm responding to something. Look, imagine it this way. If you were doing something, if I was being a good person, only because I knew the camera was on, and every time the camera was turned off, I'm just somebody else, well, you wouldn't have much respect for that. Anyone can work if I'm required to work. That's why the worldviews that require a certain behavior for you to earn God's favor in some way, those people behave sometimes better than us because they have to in order to be saved. We, though, know that we've been given something that we don't deserve, this unmerited favor that we call grace. But it's because I know what's been given to me that I cannot help but try to respond with others. That's different. When you do something even though you don't have to, that's a truly transformed life. And that's what Christianity offers, the one opportunity to live a truly transformed life, because you don't have to do this. But if you really think about what God has done for you, you just end up behaving different. When I think about how much God has forgiven me, I find myself being a much more forgiving person. I'll just wrap it up this way. Jesus met a man named Simon and came over to his house, and Simon had dinner with him. And while he was having dinner, a woman was there who lavished Jesus with her tears and anointed his feet. And Simon, being a Pharisee, he's thinking to himself, man, if Jesus knew who this lady was, he would not let her touch him. And Jesus, reading his thoughts, said, Simon, when I came in, you didn't even bother to wash my feet. You didn't really do anything for me. Yet this woman has done all this for me. And you know why that's happening, Simon? Because she understands how much her sin has been forgiven. He tells him a story about owing money, and who loves to have a debt forgiven more, the person who owes $5 million or the person who owes $5. It's the person who owes $5 million that loves it when you forgive his debt. She understands that. She's the person who knows how much she has to be forgiven for. You, Simon, you're the one who doesn't get it. And it dawned on me in that moment that the least forgiving people are the people who think they have nothing to be forgiven for. It's when you recognize what God has done for you that changes your life, and that you are transformed, not because you think you have to earn something, but because you know what's been done for you. That should result in a changed life. And if you really think about what God has done, it will result in a changed life.